The student sooner or later realizes that there is a pattern or a repetition of the teachings. Certain words, almost mantramic in potency, contain a whole sequence of ideas. In trying to enter and to fit himself to tread the path, a forecast of what is to be attempted is most advisable. Each of us is an individuality, an immortal pilgrim in the process of gaining complete wisdom, in the field of endeavor in which we find ourselves. This is implied in the disregarded and misunderstood verse in the New Testament. Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father, which is in heaven, is perfect. The possibility of perfection is inherent, due to the essential oneness of life. The Christianity of the churches has done a great disservice to humanity in teaching that man is born in sin and is inherently impure. From this springs no stalwart individual effort to improve, though there are those who do lead the so-called good life under the impulsion of fear, conscious or unconscious. But to lead a truly unselfish life requires the enthusiasm and endurance inspired by a goal to be reached, and the requisite knowledge that as others have done, so can we. Man is not a miserable worm born of sin and iniquity. There is, on the contrary, the spark of divinity in every man and every woman. The voice of the silence adds that the great soul is mirrored in the tiniest of atoms. Yet few men profit thereby and gain the wisdom that should be theirs by right of pedigree and potency. The student of the ancient wisdom, learning of the eternal pilgrim, gradually recognizes that there is something within him which is not of the present personality, and must be immortal per se. This shapes itself first as a hypothesis, then as theory, and finally as a working plan and program. Today, his personality is Mr. A. The personality of his next incarnation will be the expression of the lessons learned or neglected or half done while acting as the countless previous embodiments, including Mr. A, which the immortal spirit has assumed in its involution and evolution. When this is realized as something real, tangible, and workable, it is like the commencement of a constructing materially that which previously has only been theoretical or in the blueprint stage. What must the student envisage and plan for? 3 words, 3 P's, enshrine successful venture and attainment, and they are patience, perseverance, and preparedness. Let us briefly consider them, how they interlink and correlate. Patience. Few realize that patience is born of pain, and that pain is the great awakener. Lessons could be learned from pleasant experiences, but the shock of pain causes us to take heed and to awake. Above all, to question and to search. If we are sincere and earnest, it will not take anyone long to find that he and no one else is really to blame. But to repent, to retrieve lost ground, and to make good injuries that we have inflicted, avoiding self-centered dwelling on how bad we were and how good we are now. All this takes time, and our inner foes are many. We realize that while we may seem to have outwardly healthy bodies, in our unseen nature of feelings and thoughts, we may be very sick indeed. Therefore, we realize that in the great hospital of the universe, we are patients. For getting cured, we must attain wisdom, and for this patience, which enshrines endurance, is required. We must overcome chafing at circumstances. It will do no good merely to seek palliatives. We have gained a glimpse of immortality, and half measures no longer can suffice. From this attitude, born of suffering, comes perseverance. Perseverance contains within its meaning both patience and preparedness. It means a steadfast pursuit, a patient determination to attain an object or a goal. Obviously, our goal cannot be attained without preparation, and so perseverance is required in persistent search for the right type of preparation to make. What is true preparedness? We have a journey to make. What burdens, provisions, luggage are we to disregard and discard, or to equip ourselves with? The treading of the path is no outward journey. What inner burdens can we throw away? The student will find that the clue to this lies in the terms personality and individuality. So long as we think of ourselves as personalities, as the temporary masks, and not as the permanent inner actor, so long shall we be unable to attain success, to mount the heights. But if we think of ourselves as the immortal pilgrims and have patience, perseverance, and preparedness, when we have waited for the cyclic term, have turned the soil and planted the seed, we shall not have too long to wait. But we must beware. Procrastination is the thief of both time and perseverance. We must be awake, alive, and devoted to the cause of human brotherhood, allowing no bickering, no slander, no obstacle to deter us on our way. Have patience, candidate, as one who fears no failure, courts no success. Have perseverance as one who doth forevermore endure. Thy shadows live and vanish.